Hey guys, I'm Jessica Beatty and I will be answering a few questions about a video that I watched over unity and diversity in the classroom. So my first question was, why are these scenarios worthwhile or valid for me within the area or areas that I'm hoping to teach? So what I learned from this video is that unity and diversity are in every classroom. It does not matter the subject area. Now, most of this video was for social studies, and it was from kindergarten to 12th grade. Now, I am wanting to be a upper elementary school teacher, so 3rd through 6th grade. So I could use a lot of these scenarios and a lot of things that I learned in unity and diversity in my classroom. The values that I've learned from this video can be applied to my classroom management, as in diversity is everywhere. It's in race, ethnicity, religious ceremonies, cultures, regions of the world, and a lot of other aspects of our human life and of our human history. And what I can do in the classroom is to build unity of the diverse population in my classroom. So building that unity begins with appreciating and understanding one another in the classroom. So that is teaching my students about the different cultures and being able to respect them is a huge goal for my classroom. My second question is, what are the intermittent speakers bringing out in their personal reflections that apply to teaching through a lens of cultural responsiveness? So the speakers reflected on applying multicultural responsiveness to being able to see the differences and similarities in other cultures, and teaching students to respect someone's culture that may be different from their own. What they said was that multiculturalism is a part of most everything that we do, and it's not just in social studies. Our country is increasingly becoming more diverse as we grow as a country, and we need to be seeking ways to unite us as a country and as a people. And what is important about that is that our kids, I need to teach my students and our kids to see how that they can relate to the rest of the world, that they can help in their communities, and by helping in their communities, they're helping their state, and by helping their state, they're helping the country, and by helping the country, they're helping the world. And that is on how we relate to people in our community, that we can relate to other people in the world. So that is students developing a concept of the public good by helping out in their community. So that is asking my students, what will help my community and what will help other people. And another teacher were celebrating holidays, and they were seeing how the different countries celebrate different holidays, or even the same holidays, just in different ways. They celebrated them in a different way than how you or I would celebrate them. By doing this, they were understanding the holidays and how that helps us understand the different cultures in our community, and they help us become the same. They help us become united in our community. And then that teaches our students to have a mutual respect and appreciation for each other, so that our students can safely share and exchange ideas in the classroom without ridicule, humiliation, or disrespectfulness. So we can teach this even if our classroom isn't diverse. So even if the most diversity that we have in my classroom is gender and ability, I can still teach diversity and unity in my classroom because all children have different personalities. So even if the classroom isn't diverse, they can still learn how to relate to people who are different from them. And what this does is it teaches them how to do this so that when they do encounter diversity, whenever they go into the workforce or to college, then they know how to respect those cultures and how to respect their ideas without being disrespectful or just rude to them. So what this does is it helps students build on their sense of place and their knowledge about different countries. And what I can do to help this is to think about my children and to be very thoughtful of their backgrounds as to not disrespect them in any way, because everyone in the world is unique. Not everyone thinks the way that I think, and I don't think the way that other people think. So this is very helpful for even teachers, it's helpful for students, and it's helpful for everyone in the world. My third question was, how does this video teach me about diversity in regard to language and disabilities? So one thing that hit me with this video was, in order for students to understand the culture of the United States, they need to be able to understand their own culture and use their own culture to make a bridge of understanding. So what that is that they're understanding their own culture and their own differences to be able to look at other people's differences in the United States and their culture and their languages, and being able to see that, hey, they're different from me and that's okay. It's okay to be different, and it's okay to learn a new language. It's okay to not know that language, but be respectful that I'm not going to understand them, and that I need to do my best to be able to understand them. And that's why it is important to incorporate the diverse languages into the classroom that are in my community. So in Southeast Arkansas, I would incorporate Spanish into my classroom to help teach students about the Hispanic culture that is in Southeast Arkansas. But students learn in different ways, so that means that I need to deliver the curriculum in a variety of ways. That means I need to do it in kinesthetic ways, in visual and audio ways that will help my students learn. And I can do this by using the different languages, by using different resources to help my students learn. And I can personalize this learning to help my students with a language barrier and with their different learning disabilities, because I'm not going to have all average students. I'm going to have students who are extremely smart and are gifted and talented, and I'm going to have students who struggle with things that other students wouldn't struggle with. But what this does is it helps my students make sense of our culturally diverse world in order to apply respect and other things to those cultures in our everyday lives. And it is a mutual respect that I'm teaching my students in order to help them in their everyday lives. This is my video. These are my thoughts on my video of unity and diversity. And I hope you liked it. Thank you.